What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Apologies for not uploading yesterday. I went to the England game a couple of days ago, and it just set me way behind. Now, I literally always start a video with something in my... That's crazy. Like, for about the last 10 videos I've made, I've had a hair in my mouth at some stage during the video. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being on the second channel. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you being here on this Road to Glory with me. One of the comments from the last videos as I show you the team and changing some stuff before we go into the next tournament was that you guys use this Road to Glory to help yourselves, and in that sense, like, you watch what I do and you try and emulate that, and it helps you guys throughout my team. And so you don't want to see all the gameplay I've got recorded, because by the time I get there, it's going to be so late, and you like to do things as I do them. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop playing on the account until I've caught up with the gameplay. And I'm also going to try and get more gameplay out to catch up quicker as possible. So right now, you're going to be watching this on Friday. If I've got time, because obviously I'm running my main channel, I've got a family, I've got, errands to run, and so on and so forth. If I've got time, I will upload 2 a day on Saturday and Sunday, just to get the videos out, and that will bring us back up to date, so we can start fresh again on Monday. But on top of that, I've also got a few things that I want to do. I want to do a vlog in the next couple of days. I actually want to do a Q&A. So if you guys could drop some questions in the comment section, that would be great, because I'm going to be doing a Q&A on this channel. And I've got a lot of things I want to talk to you guys about. I've got a really, really fun, interesting series coming up. I'm waiting for a few things to fall into place before I can actually get it done. But in general, I think it's going to be great. But yeah, so for those of you that worry that I might be always behind in gameplay, don't worry. I'm going to get caught back up as quick as possible, and then we're going to go from fresh. Now, team of the season, in my opinion, is going to be here in around 19 days, 2.5 or so weeks, because on the EA forums, they're kind of building the team of the season most consistent now. And it closes on April 13th, which gives them a week to prepare the cards and get them in packs, which will be April 20th, which is around when I think the team of the season is going to start. So expect team of the season real soon, which is when Road to Glory is going to really get interesting, because although we can't really afford too many players right now, by the time that 2 weeks comes, I'm hoping to have a few 100,000 coins in the bank, and I'm going to achieve that by doing nothing other than playing offline in these free tournaments, and perhaps spamming the offline draft. I still haven't completed my offline draft video yet, but I do think it's worthwhile playing it, and we'll address that in the future. Anyway, in terms of gameplay, I played last night Huge Gorilla. As you guys know, I think I'm pretty good at FIFA, and I think a lot of you guys think I'm pretty good at FIFA. I'm not the best at FIFA. I make a lot of defensive mistakes, and what I've noticed a lot recently is that I get countered on quite a lot, quite easily. I played Huge Gorilla. He actually beat me 8-1 in what was quite a close game by way of match stats. He had 55% possession to my 45%. He only had like 2 shots more than me, but he did end up putting away all his shots. And what it showed me was that he is just unbelievably clinical. So although I hit him on the attack a lot, if I was as clinical as him, it would have probably been a game that finished like 8-5 or 8-6 or something. But because I'm not that clinical, he ended up smashing me, and rightly so. He is the best player in the world, in Ultimate Team. I'm happy to lose to him. I was happy to play against him. But it just showed me that I need to work on my attack rather than my defense. I sit here and I think, oh, I get countered so much. I need to, I need to stop getting countered to work on my defense. I don't need to work on my defense. Even though I score quite a lot of goals and I've got some good attacking play, my attack is where I actually let myself down, because if I'm better attacking, I don't lose the ball to get counter-attacked. Thus, I don't have to defend the chance. So if I can actually just go up there and score with almost every chance I have, it won't matter about me being a bad defender, because I'll score. So I'm actually going to, instead of trying to work on my defense for the next few weeks, I'm actually going to try and work on my attack. And that may mean changing teams and changing formations, because although I do like the 4-3-2-1, I think Gorilla used against me the 4-3-1-2 or the 4-1-2-1-2. I can't remember. I have to go back and look at the game. But yeah, I basically just got to change my offense so that I can play better. And there's a few things that I've been working on. I've been trying to figure out how to do the face-ups dribble. I've been trying to figure out how to use the no-touch dribble a lot better, and ball rolls. Players like Huge Gorilla abuse the hell out of ball rolls, and they find them to be super effective. And me personally, although I try and abuse ball rolls, I don't particularly know how to do it as good as the pros. So there's a long way to go. But anyway, we find ourselves into the semi-final of this cup. Of course, this cup is for 8,500 coins, which would be 8,500 very welcome coins on the account. And I left this clip in for this long just to show how stupid this game is at times. And I was playing this tournament a lot, and I got so frustrated because of things like how I scored this goal. He tackled me about 4 or 5 times leading up to the ball going out to the right wing, and then he tackled me another 3 times in the box, and it just fell to my striker over and over again. And it's such shit. Even like I score them sometimes, I concede them sometimes, but it's such bullshit that you can literally tackle a player several times and still not get the ball back. I was struggling with that a lot. I was struggling with FIFA a lot during this this week, just due to the fact that I couldn't seem to get a grip on everything. And you'll see even these games that I win here, I was winning narrowly. I was struggling through. I was, you know, trying my hardest and fighting for every win. And it shouldn't really be that way against players who are just inferior, but are getting the run of the green, the luck of the bounce over and over again. That being said, we score a brilliant goal there with Antoine Griezmann. The lovely drag back into a ball roll. It hit him with the L2 to body him off. We get the ball in the net and bang, 2-1. And then we hit him with a counter-attack a little bit later. James into Enzo. Enzo out wide to Kovacic. Kovacic plays it back into Enzo. Enzo plays it out wide to Konoplyanka. Konoplyanka drops back on the inside. Not really much on here, so I don't know what I'm doing. I've got the ball. Managed to get a bit of space there. Konoplyanka ball rolls past the last defender. Plays a lovely little 1-2 with Antoine Griezmann. Hits it on the shot. And what a goal that was. Fantastic goal from Yevgen Konoplyanka. Brilliant goal, and we end up winning the game 3-1. So we find ourselves into the final. This is actually a consecutive final after the last one that we won in the last episode. I didn't lose the game up to this point, which I was happy about. I found myself in my second, I think actually third consecutive final. And we come up against this team, another 4-3-2-1 team. A very nice team. He's got the upgraded Naka Williams. He's got Sanabria in form up front, Konoplyanka on the left wing. I did look at his defence and midfield and think his midfield's a little bit slow and his defence is a little bit bad. He also had Kamani in net, which kind of pleased me a little bit. But things didn't really start off too well for us in this game. Williams there gets down the right-hand side, skips past my defender. The lovely spin move, plays it into Sanabria. And boom, 1-0 to my opponent after 25 minutes. And this was a tough game against a good opponent. So I knew I was going to have to give it everything I had to try and get back into the game. And all it took for me was a mistake from my opponent. He gave me the free kick there. I've got a counter-attack on straight away because of a silly free kick. We go through to Mkhitaryan, and Mkhitaryan lays it into Perez, who puts it in the back of the net. So we go back on terms after 55 minutes. A beautifully worked goal. I could have probably taken the shot with Mkhitaryan, but I wanted to guarantee the goal, so I didn't. And then late on in the game, Perez into Kovacic. Kovacic gets past the last defender, gets tackled by Vermaelen, and we get ourselves a penalty with just 5 minutes left. So if we score this, it will be game over pretty much with 5 minutes to go. And Griezmann steps up, slaps that one home. A great penalty. And we go 2-1 up with just 5 minutes remaining. There was still time for a little bit more action in this game. However, my opponent here is starting to counter me with a Naki Williams. He plays it all the way down through to Konoplyanka. I pump fake the keeper to try and get a shot or an early pass out of him. But he does really well. And as you can see, gets in on the box there. Lewandowski with the header scores the goal, and we go into extra time. After extra time, nothing happened. Penalties comes up. We start off with Nainggolan. Nainggolan shoots. Nainggolan scores. Lovely penalty down the middle to make it 1-0. He steps up with Zapata. Zapata scores. My penalty saving technique is pretty interesting as well. You'll see it here in the video. I literally just step to the left or step to the right because people typically don't know how to take penalties and they can't get them into the corners. So if you go just to the left or to the right, you cover 2/3 of the goal. I personally went that side twice. He went the other side twice. But by stepping to the side, if it goes down the middle, you save it. If it goes your side, you save it, unless they put it right in the corner. Obviously, the only problem you have is, like, as I saved it there, the only problem you have is if they go the other side, they score. But the keeper automatically saves it by himself. It's a really good penalty-saving technique, especially if you're coming up against people who aren't very good at penalties, like my opponent wasn't. My opponent put all 3 penalties either in the middle or just to the side of the middle. You know, it ended up being an easy penalty shootout for me. As long as I put mine in the back of the net, I won the penalty shootout. Last penalty of the day goes in the back of the net. Kovacic was the man who scored it, and we end up winning the tournament. So very, very happy with the tournament win. The 8,500 coins is massive for us. Like, honestly, coins probably more important than these untradeable packs to us, which is interesting because although you can pull an incredible player out of these untradeable packs, with the coins you could buy any player that you want should you have enough coins. So yeah, 8,500 coins is very nice to get. Kovacic there with the winning penalty once again. He goes and celebrates with the team, and it was a tough tournament. It was a tough tournament. Every single game we had to fight super hard to win, but we did win it. We got ourselves at 8.5k, and that takes us, guys, back to the main team screen, which is where you're going to be able to see the record and see how many losses I've picked up on this journey as well, because there have been a few losses on the way. And I said to you guys in the last episode, I won't show you guys the losses. I don't show you the tournaments that I win, because it's just not relevant to see the games that I didn't win. My Keylor Navas there came up big with 11 saves, 2-2 full time, but 9,251 total coins made from that game, which is brilliant. And you know, match stats probably a little bit in favor of my opponent, but you know, I don't mind too much taking a win there. So that's our record on the screen, coins on the screen. This is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.